we went on a 2,000-mile ride. We stopped every half an hour because Dad and I had to stop, and we had to get Red Bulls, and Dad had to shake them up every time. I still have no idea why he wants to shake up the Red Bull, and we talked about it. He still wants to shake up the Red Bull, and we probably drank 50 Red Bulls in that amount of time. And looking back, for me, that was just a defining moment. There was little fishing trips. I mean, we grew up in the Northwest, so I mean, he wasn't a fisherman, he wasn't a hunter, and he wasn't a camper. and you know, it was funny because a lot of families did it all the time, and he wasn't that guy. But you go into the pictures and oh yeah, that's us camping, and you know, and oh yeah, that was me and my first fish, and that was me with Uncle Tom, and you know, and so we did. I mean, we did do a lot, and there was just so many different things that we did. We were busy. I mean, there was church, and he was an auctioneer, and he, you know, he was my barber. It was tough leaving home. And I felt bad for the next person that was going to be my barber. You know, I'm like, man, they got some big shoes to fill. You know, he had many hats, and they were all on at the same time.
I was always proud of him.
I would have to say, if you ask me about more proud moments, you know, awards are awards, but the proudest things that he had was his two boys. Man, oh man, he was so proud. That's all we talked about. You know, him and I had many cups of coffee together out on the deck looking at the Sea of Cortez, and most people would say, well, what are you guys thinking about or talking about? All we talked about was our families and how to make the next sale. Those two things, how to sell, and we talked about our families. That's it.
Everyone had like their little special Frank memory, and he always made everyone feel special. He was charming, very genuine person.
Yeah, I got one that I've been thinking about this one too. It was, Geneva and I had gone down to his office to visit, and I remember as soon as I walked in the office, I saw this desk, and I saw these boxes, cardboard boxes, turned upside down. And he saw me kind of eyeballing them, and before I could say anything, he says, oh, this is a custom-made desk. I had it made just for me. As you see, it even comes with a custom pencil and pen holder. And I looked down there, and he had all these pens stuck in the cardboard box. And then before I could say anything, he goes, don't worry, when you come to work here, yours is going to be even better than this one. So.
You know, defining moments, I don't know, that sounds a little deeper than what pops into my head. But it had to have been, geez, it had to have been my first day in that office. And Frank is one of those, by the end of your first hour, you feel like you've known Frank all your life, because he just interacts with you like you're his brother or something. I mean, you know, so, I mean, I think he jumped out from behind 3 walls and 2 doors the first day that I was in that office to just try to see if he could give me a heart attack on my first day at work. Like, I'm not nervous enough already. And so he just loved to scare the heck out of you. But, you know, Frank is funny because somehow he would manage to bring you into very funny interactions where you always had inside jokes after that. And so, you know, the first day, you know, we realized we couldn't always sneak out and go to breakfast. I don't know if he wants all this recorded on tape, but we snuck out and went to a lot of breakfasts during work. And of course, you know, we can't just, you know, you don't want 15 orders, what everybody wants, and you shouldn't always be sneaking out maybe. So it was always the hardware store. We'd come in there, oh my gosh, boy, I lost all the wing nuts again. Well, we're gonna have to run to the hardware store. So, boy, I can't tell you, Nate, you want to go to the hardware store? Well, I probably should. I need some things from the hardware store. So breakfast, and even now it doesn't matter, you know, 10 years from now, breakfast will always be the hardware store, and everybody in that office knows it. So, you know, if you walk through, hey, we're going to the hardware store, well, everybody who's hungry hops in, you know.
Last time we played golf, the very last hole that we played, I hit a horrible shot from a ways out, and it got lucky and went in the hole. And the next day I saw Frank. My nickname at work is Spider, and so the next day at work, Frank said to me, first thing he saw me was, he said, hey, Spider Woods. And so now every time I see golf and I see Tiger Woods, it'll bring a smile to my face.